Hello everyone, welcome into another edition of the Popular Core Plays Mass Effect Legendary Edition. My name is Elizabeth, joining you on camera again for the first time in a few weeks. I've been feeling okay. Uh, yeah, that's about the long and short of it. We can talk a little more about that as we go along, but hey, get to see my beautiful face once again. Still haven't quite set up everything behind me that I want to. Got the trans flag up, but I'm gonna put a movie poster back on that door right back yonder. But I'm just waiting for it to come in. It's taking forever to ship, so who knows? Let's talk to Captain Carey.
Thank you for speaking with the Krogan. The assault on Saren's base will be difficult enough as it is.
I assume that means you've come up with a plan.
Of sorts. We can convert our ship's drive system into a 20-kiloton ordnance. Crude, but effective.
Nice. Drop that nuke from orbit, and Saren can kiss his Turian ass goodbye.
Unfortunately, the facility is too well fortified for that. We'll need to place the bomb at a precise location.
Where do we take the nuke, and how do we get there?
The bomb must be taken to the far side of the facility. Your ship can drop it off, but we'll need to infiltrate the base, disable the AA guns, and pacify any ground forces first.
You want us to go in on foot? We don't have enough men.
It does sound a bit risky. Is there no other way?
No, but I think we can work around that. I'm going to divide my men into 3 teams and hit the front of the facility. While we've got their attention, you can sneak your shadow team in the back.
It's a good idea, but your people are gonna get slaughtered.
We're tougher than we look, Commander. But it's true. I don't expect many of us will make it out alive. And that makes what I'm going to ask even more difficult. I need one of your men to accompany me, to help coordinate the teams.
We'll need someone who knows Alliance communication protocols.
I volunteer, Commander.
Not so fast, LT. Commander Shepard will need you to arm the nuke. I'll go with the Solarians.
With all due respect, Gunnery Chief, it's not your place to decide.
Why is it that whenever someone says, with all due respect, they really mean kiss my ass?
Williams, you'll accompany the captain. No heroics, understood?
Aye, aye, Commander.
I will have the ordnance loaded onto the Normandy and brief your crew on its detonation sequencing. Do you have any questions before we go, Commander?
The Normandy's picking me up. How will your teams escape the blast?
We will engage the Geth as long as possible. Once the bomb is in place, we will fall back to try and escape the blast radius. If we move quickly, we should be able to escape with acceptable casualties. If not, then our memories will live on as martyrs to a greater cause.
You talk like this is a suicide mission.
No, that's Mass Effect 2.
I won't lie to you, Commander. There is a chance none of us will survive this assault, even your team. But we do what is necessary.
I'm ready when you are, Captain.
Excellent. Then if you'll excuse me, I need to prepare my men.
Well, this is it. Don't do anything stupid while I'm gone, LT. You too, Commander.
We'll be fine. You'll see.
Yeah, Good luck.
Is there something you want to say, Chief?
I don't know, it's just weird, going under someone else's command. I've got used to working with you. All of you.
Don't worry. We'll see you on the other side.
I know, It's been an honor serving with you, Commander.
It doesn't matter if we're not in the same unit. We are still a team. Watch each other's backs, keep your eyes open, and fight like I know you can. We'll all come out of this in one piece.
You bet, Commander.
I forgot water.
You all know the mission and what is at stake. I have come to trust each of you with my life, but I have also heard murmurs of discontent. I share your concerns. We are trained for espionage. We would be legends, but the records are sealed. Glory in battle is not our way. Think of our heroes. The Silent Steppe, who defeated a nation with a single shot. Or the Ever Alert, who kept armies at bay with hidden facts. These giants do not seem to give us solace here, but they are not all that we are. Before the network, there was the fleet. Before diplomacy, there were soldiers. Our influence stopped the Rachni, but before that, we held the line. Our influence stopped the Krogan, but before that, we held the line. Our influence will stop Saren. In the battle today, we will hold the line.
I'm inspired. I don't know about you folks.
Good luck, Commander. I hope we will meet again.
You know, that voice actor really didn't need to go that hard, but, you know, I'm glad he did.
Com check. Do you read me, Commander?
Loud and clear.
Good. We'll start our push. We'll try to make it to the AA guns, but it might be up to you to finish the job. And Commander, if you see any way to undermine their defenses, we could definitely use the help.
Of course you could.
Shadow is on the ground. Repeat, Shadow is on the ground. Chief Williams, lead your team. Manovaj, Prieto teams, move. Time to get some attention.
Owie. Do. Come on, where are you?
Manovaj is under coordinated
Bastards.
crossfire. Check for long-range turrets helping the Geth target.
Oh, don't you point that red shit at me. Yeah. Leave me alone. I just want to ruin your entire plan. Just leave me alone.
I think we got him, Commander.
But yeah, we've been slowly getting artwork, various things hung up and put where they're going to be. It's still echoey in here, but, you know, I'm planning on getting a rug that should encompass most of the room, so hopefully that helps.
Something scrambled. They're targeting. We got a shot. Chief Williams, take the heat off Manovaj.
Now, where am I going? Yeah. Aha. It's slowly, this place is slowly starting to feel like home. Very slowly, mind you, but, you know, we'll get there. No. Hey, stop that.
They're calling SAT strikes. Jayeto, watch for comm stations. Williams, can you see anything?
I love how I'm super boring in this game and basically don't use any abilities besides barrier. Because I'm boring. Hey. Stop that. Where's the thing? Thing? Where are you? Aha! Is there more? Is there more of a thing? No? I think we took care of it. Ugh, what the fuck was that?
Aircraft heading to perimeter stations to recharge. Bunker up before they come back.
Bro, I don't even know. I think this is the way we go towards the refueling platform. Yes. Oh, Jesus. Jesus. Leave me alone. Come on. There we go. That's gotta be it, right? Why does it leave the thingy things up there? Oh, there it goes. I don't even know, kids. I don't even... Who knows? Do you know? I don't know. You know? Fuck your shields. That's right. I said it. That's right. I said fuck your feelings. I don't care about your shields. This is America. Oh wait, no, this is Virmire. This is America on Virmire.
Shadow team must be getting close. Hold the line, men. Hold the line.
We are getting there. Also, we're headed towards my second favorite conversation in this entire game. And probably still in my top 3 interactions in the entire series. Honestly, it's probably number 2. Number 1 is coming up later in this game.
We've got access to base security. We can cut the alarms from here, maybe even trigger alarms on the far side of the base. It'll clear the guards out for us, but they might be too much for the Solarian teams to handle.
Just disable the alarms. We can handle any guards inside.
Yeah, that's right. We're rock stars. Let's go to the end. Haha! Oh wait, hey, don't touch me. I said don't touch us. That's rude. Now I am become Shepherd, Destroyer of Shields. Oh shit. Oh Jesus. Did we do it? Quality game design, folks. Quality game design. I'm closer to leveling up. Not that close. Or another 6,000 XP. We'll get there. Yeah, I'm still thinking after Virmire we're gonna go on a side quest adventure.
Hello? Is someone out there?
Yes, I can hear you in my left headphone.
Give a little ground, Williams. We don't want them to bunker up. Draw them out.
Well, you're not a Gath, and you're not wearing a lab coat. I guess I'm glad to see you. Lieutenant Gonto Imnes of the 3rd Infiltration Regiment, captured during recon. I assume the fleet was called in to destroy the base?
The transmission wasn't clear. The fleet's not coming.
I see. Then you must be the infiltration team. I know the captain. He will want this facility destroyed. My team was altered, indoctrinated. He knew about the breeding grounds. But the indoctrination is a greater threat, and far more horrifying. I watched good people reduced to mindless husks. There wasn't anything left. Others died during the experiments. I envy them.
Do you know anything about the experiments they were conducting?
They were studying indoctrination. Symptoms, progress. Saren uses it to control his people, but I don't think he fully understands it. I don't know much else. I just saw what it did to the others. Turned them into empty husks. I can't end up like that, please. Let me out.
I'm opening your cell, but then you're on your own.
Don't look back and hope to outrun the blast, A better chance than I had before you showed up. Thank you, human. And good luck. You'll need it.
These look docile. Their minds are gone.
No, this is no way to treat a prisoner. Kill them, sure, but to leave them like this.
Open the doors. Give them a chance to outrun the blast.
Are you sure, Shepard? At best, they might hurt themselves. If there is any sense left in them, they might be directed to harm us.
Let them out. They won't hurt us.
Very well. At least the blast will eventually end it.
It calls, and I must follow.
Saren needs to pay for what he's done to my people.
Anyone else to let out? Can I just not let out this other one? I guess fuck that guy in particular, I guess. Sorry, you must be a victim. Ooh, stuff. I didn't feel like pressing buttons. I forget which way you're, like, supposed to go. No. It must be to security. I've played this game like 10 times, and I still... What happens if we go down to security? I feel like that's where we encounter... I feel like that's where we're supposed to go to encounter our friend and talk to our friend who's not really a friend. Nope. I was thinking the wrong thing. Owie, 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 owie.
What is going on here? Where are the guards? Where is Saren? No, stay back. This is important work. This is the glorious salvation of my species.
Too bad. Remember when I said fuck your feelings? That includes you, Krogan, who disappeared. Door's theoretically locked, but, you know. Damn it. Why is there heavy armor for Krogan in a medical station? Oop. Stuff. 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 Come on.
just want to get out of here before it's too late.
I'm not gonna hurt you. Who are you?
Granathanoptis, neurospecialist. But this job isn't worth dying over, or worse. You think the indoctrination only affects prisoners? Sooner or later, Saren will want to dissect my brain too.
Give me one reason I should help you.
I can help you. This elevator behind me goes to Saren's private lab. I can get you in. See? Full access. All of Saren's private files. Are we good? Can I go?
What were you studying here?
It's that ship, Sovereign. It emits some kind of signal. Undetectable, but it's there. I've seen the effects. Saren uses it to influence his followers, to control them. It's called indoctrination. Direct exposure to the signal turns you into a mindless slave, like the Solarian test subjects. But there's collateral damage, too.
What do you mean by collateral damage?
Sovereign's signal is too strong. Spend too much time near the ship and you feel it, like a tingle at the back of the skull. It's like a whisper you can't quite hear. You're compelled to do things, but you don't know why. You just obey. Eventually, you just stop thinking for yourself. It happens to everyone at the facility. My first test subject was the man I replaced. Now I just want to get out of here before it happens to me.
Tell me more about this signal.
Signal's not exactly the right word. There is some kind of energy field emanating from the ship. It changes thought patterns. Over time, days, maybe a week, it weakens your will. You become easier to manipulate and control, but it's a degenerative condition. There's a balance between control and usefulness. The less freedom the subject maintains, the less capable it becomes.
I'm gonna blow this place to hell and gone. If you want to make it out alive, you better start running.
What? You can't. But I'll never. Ah!
I like the way you think, Shepard.
Thanks, Rex. Never actually asked you, Rex, but you know. It's funny you think I care, because I'm edgy. Yay. I'm gonna shut
Shepard,
the fuck
look
up.
over here. It's another beacon, like the one on Eden Prime.
I get the feeling something bad is about to happen.
Hi, friend.
You are not Saren.
What is that? Some kind of VI interface?
Rudimentary creatures of blood and flesh. You touch my mind, fumbling in ignorance, incapable of understanding.
I don't think this is a VI.
There is a realm of existence so far beyond your own, you cannot even imagine it. I am beyond your comprehension. I am Sovereign.
Sovereign isn't just some Reaper ship Saren found. It's an actual Reaper.
Reaper, a label created by the Protheans to give voice to their destruction. In the end, what they chose to call us is irrelevant. We simply are.
The Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago. You couldn't have been there. It's impossible.
Organic life is nothing but a genetic mutation. An accident. Your lives are measured in years and decades. You wither and die. We are eternal, the pinnacle of evolution and existence. Before us, you are nothing. Your extinction is inevitable. We are the end of everything.
There is an entire galaxy of races united and ready to face you.
Confidence born of ignorance. The cycle cannot be broken.
Cycle? What cycle?
The pattern has repeated itself more times than you can fathom. Organic civilizations rise, evolve, advance, and at the apex of their glory, they are extinguished. The Protheans were not the first. They did not create the Citadel. They did not forge the mass relays. They merely found them. The legacy of my kind.
Why would you construct the mass relays, then leave them for someone else to find?
Your civilization is based on the technology of the mass relays. Our technology. By using it, your society develops along the paths we desire. We impose order on the chaos of organic evolution. You exist because we allow it, and you will end because we demand it.
They're harvesting us, letting us advance to the level they need, then wiping us out.
What do you want from us? Slaves? Resources?
My kind transcends your very understanding. We are each a nation, independent, free of all weakness. You cannot even grasp the nature of our existence.
Where did you come from? Who built you?
We have no beginning. We have no end. We are infinite. Millions of years after your civilization has been eradicated and forgotten, we will endure.
Where are the rest of the Reapers? Are you the last of your kind?
We are Legion. The time of our return is coming. Our numbers will darken the sky of every world. You cannot escape your doom.
You're not even alive. Not really. You're just a machine, and machines can be broken.
Your words are as empty as your future. I am the vanguard of your destruction. This exchange is over.
Commander, we got trouble.
Hit me, Joker.
That ship's Sovereign? It's moving. I don't know what you did down there, but that thing just pulled a turn that would shear any of our ships in half. It's coming your way, and it's coming hard. You need to wrap things up in there fast.
Okay.
There's nothing we can do here. Ideas, Shepard?
Let's head to the breeding facility. Joker can pick us up after we set the nuke.
Folks, if there's like one moment in gaming that I wish I could just hold in a bottle and just, the first time I came across that conversation, I was like, what the fuck? And I loved every single minute of it. If that's your first time ever saying that, you know, I hope we got chills.
Looks like Shadow picked a sensitive spot. Williams, head them off. Hold them.
Come on, die. Thank you. Let me just march along like Terminator. So if each of them are a nation unto themselves, does that make them sovereign citizens? Think about it. It's quiet. Too quiet. Be careful, it's a trap. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Owie, that actually hurt a lot. It's almost like taking a rocket. Jesus Christ, I thought that was someone shooting at me. It's almost like taking a rocket to the face. Is less than ideal.
More gas.
Nice.
Good work on the gun shadow team. Now it's our turn.
Alright, let's see what we can do here. I haven't really been using sniper rifles all that much, surprisingly. So we're just gonna keep increasing our health. $22. 8 to go. Hey, Rex. All glowy purple. Someone used the barrier ability I unlocked for them. Yeah. Apologies if you hear a thing in the background.
We need to clear the gate and set those charges.
It's like 90 degrees out already, and it's like 11 a.m. So. So the air conditioner is on. Because, you know, if it was just me in the apartment, I wouldn't care. But, you know, Lauren's here, and I like to be a little respectful of her needs as well. I think we're just going to finish Virmire today. We're just going to make this one a little longer one.
All right! Nice work. That's one less thing to worry about. Commander, I'm bringing us in. I'll get as close to the site as I can.
Could sure use some water right now. Water, water everywhere, not a drop to drink. This is really cool, too. Nice parking job, Joker. For some reason, I remember that being a little more epic.
Bomb is in position. We're all set here.
Commander, can you read me?
The nuke is almost ready. Get to the rendezvous point, Williams.
Negative, Commander. The Geth have us pinned down on the AA tower. We've taken heavy casualties. We'll never make the rendezvous point in time.
Get them out of there, Joker, now!
Negative! It's too hot! Can't risk it! We'll hold them off as long as we...
It's okay, Commander. I need a couple of minutes to finish arming the bomb. Go get them and meet me back here.
Up to the AA tower. Move!
Which way to the AA tower? Which way, Western man? Christ, Krogan. Oh my god, just die. Just die. And please tell me why. My Rex is in my butthole. Wait. He's not a romance option in this game.
Yet they're sending in reinforcements.
Heads up, LT. We just spotted a troop ship headed to your location.
It's already here. There's Geth pouring out all over the bomb site.
Can you hold them off?
There's too many. I don't think we can survive until you get here. I'm activating the bomb.
Alenko, what are you doing?
I'm just making sure this bomb goes off, no matter what. It's done, Commander. Go get Williams and get the hell out of here.
Screw that! We can handle ourselves. Go back and get Alenko.
Alenko, radio Joker and tell him to meet us at the bomb site.
Yes, Commander.
You know it's the right choice, LT.
I'm sorry, Ash. I had to make a choice.
I understand, Commander. I don't regret a thing.
Hey, you're a space racist. Whatever. No one will miss you. Come on. It's cute armor. Wish I could have armor that cute. Wait, maybe I can't. Damn. Hey! That's less cute. She have anything new? Nope. That's an improvement. That's cuter. I'm the White Ranger. All I need is like a gold, whatever that thing he has. Or does he have the thing when he's the White Ranger? I don't think so. Oops. Tali, stay alive.
Commander, set that nuke and get out! We can't hold them! Damn it! Suppressing fire! Cover your flank! Cover your...
Ashley, no! The Wild Saren appeared.
I applaud you, Shepard. My Geth were utterly convinced the Solarians were the real threat. An impressive diversion. Of course, it was all for nothing. I can't let you disrupt what I've accomplished here. You can't possibly understand what's really at stake.
Why are you doing this?
You've seen the vision from the beacons, Shepard. You of all people should understand what the Reapers are capable of. They cannot be stopped. Do not mire yourself in pointless revolt. Do not sacrifice everything for the sake of petty freedoms. The Protheans tried to fight, and they were utterly destroyed. trillions dead. But what if they had bowed before the invaders? Would the Protheans still exist? Is submission not preferable to extinction?
Do you really believe the Reapers will let us live?
Now you see why I never came forward with this to the Council. We organics are driven by emotion instead of logic. We will fight even when we know we cannot win. But if we work with the Reapers, if we make ourselves useful, think how many lives could be spared. Once I understood this, I joined Sovereign, though I was aware of the dangers. I had hoped this facility could protect me.
You're afraid Sovereign is influencing you. You're afraid he's controlling your thoughts.
I've studied the effects of indoctrination. The more control Sovereign exerts, the less capable the subject becomes. That is my saving grace. Sovereign needs me to find the conduit. My mind is still my own, for now. But the transformation from ally to servant can be subtle. I will not let it happen to me.
Why are the Geth following Sovereign?
They believe Sovereign to be some kind of god, the pinnacle of their own evolution. But the reaction of their deity is most telling. It is insulted. Sovereign does not desire the pitiful devotions the Geth hurl at it. They are just tools, and no amount of belief on their part will change that. But as tools, they are useful. They will survive the coming invasion. If organic life is to survive, we must also prove we are useful. We must work with the Reapers.
Tell me why Sovereign needs the conduit. Tell me what it is. Maybe we can find a way to stop them.
The conduit is the key to your destruction and my salvation. Sovereign needs my help to find it. That is the only reason I have not been indoctrinated.
Sovereign's manipulating you and you don't even know it. You're already under its power.
No, Sovereign needs me. If I find the conduit, I've been promised a reprieve from the inevitable. This is my only hope.
Together we can stop Sovereign. We don't have to submit to the Reapers, we can beat them.
I no longer believe that, Shepard. The visions cannot be denied. The Reapers are too powerful. The only hope of survival is to join with them. Sovereign is a machine. It thinks like a machine. If I can prove my value, I become a resource worth maintaining. There is no other logical conclusion.
You were a Spectre. You were sworn to defend the galaxy. Then you broke that vow to save yourself.
I'm not doing this for myself. Don't you see? Sovereign will succeed. It is inevitable. My way is the only way any of us will survive. I'm forging an alliance between us and the Reapers, between organics and machines. And in doing so, I will save more lives than have ever existed. But you would undo my work. You would doom our entire civilization to complete annihilation. And for that, you must die.
And yet, I'm going to live. Idiots, what are you... Idiot children. Stop being wide out in the open. Bonk. Take the shot, you nincompoop. God. Could have just rolled credits right there. Big, strong woman.
All right, everybody, hang on.
Kaboom.
I can't believe that Ash didn't make it. How could we just leave her down there?
Williams knew the risks going in. She gave her life to save the rest of us.
But why me? Why not her?
It wasn't your call, Alenko. I had to choose. I chose you.
But if I'd done my job, you wouldn't have had to make that call.
It wasn't your fault. It wasn't my fault. The only one to blame here is Saren.
Yes, ma'am. We'll get it done.
Commander, excuse me for interrupting, but I have an idea. I think the beacon you found in Saren's base was similar to the one you found on Eden Prime. It may have filled in the missing pieces of your vision. I might be able to help you put all those pieces together.
You want to join our minds again, don't you? Okay.
Embrace eternity. Embracing eternity intensifies.
Relax, Commander. Embrace eternity. Incredible. I never thought the images would be so intense. I need a moment to collect myself.
Did the vision make any sense to you?
It's a distress call. A message sent out across the Prothean Empire. A warning against the Reapers, but the warning came too late.
What about the conduit?
There were other images, locations, places I recognized from my research. Ilos! The conduit is on Ilos! That is why Saren needed to find the Mu relay. It is the only way to get to Ilos.
We need to get to Ilos.
Forget it. The Mu relay's inside the Terminus systems. Alliance ships are not welcome there. Neither are Spectres.
The conduit's on Ilos. That's where Saren's heading. I'll be waiting for him when he gets there.
Saren will have his entire fleet orbiting Ilos. You will never make it down to the surface without reinforcements. You must alert the Council. We need a fleet to... I am sorry. The joining is exhausting. I should go to the medical bay and lie down for a moment.
We're done here. Dismissed.
Commander, there's a convoy nearby. I can link us in if you want to report back to the Citadel Council. You know, to warn them about Sovereign.
Set the link up, Joker. They need to know.
Patching it through.
Commander Shepard, I'm pleased to see your mission on Virmire was a success.
Saren is formidable enough without an army of Krogan serving under him.
The Krogan would have served Sovereign, a Reaper.
Yes, we saw mention of this on your report. Sovereign, Ascension machine, a true artificial intelligence. This news is quite alarming, if it turns out to be accurate.
Bitches.
Sovereign's a Reaper. Saren admitted it.
He's playing you, Shepard. Saren still has contacts on the Citadel. He probably saw your earlier reports. The ones talking about your vision and the Reapers.
It's highly possible Saren is using false information to throw you off balance. Our own intelligence has never turned up any corroborating information.
Sooner or later, you're gonna have to take something I say on faith, Counselor.
Try to see this from our perspective, Commander. Saren is a threat we can recognize. However, as far as we know, the Reapers only exist in your visions.
Our decisions affect trillions of lives. We cannot act on the accusations of a single person, even a Spectre. Not without solid evidence.
The Council cannot take any official action here. That is why we created the Spectres. You have the authority to act as you see fit.
If you truly believe Sovereign is the real threat, you must take whatever steps are necessary to stop it. And Saren.
Good luck, Commander. From all of us.
Bunch of fucking space Republicans. God. You level up? No. Okay. All right, well, that's about where we're going to wrap it up for today. Thank you very much for watching. Much appreciated, as always. Please remember to do the liking and subscribing thing, and if you want to say some nice things to me on Twitter, I am at Random Gamer. That's GAM3R. You can also find me on the Wednesday show. Jake and I are playing It Takes Two from now until kind of the end of time, because it's a surprisingly long game. Eventually, we'll be playing something else. If not Gears, depending on how long It Takes Two takes. It might be Gears of War 2. It might be Halo Infinite. Who the fuck knows? Either way, I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Yeah, remember, subscribe to the channel. Most importantly, tell a friend about the channel if you're enjoying it. We're slowly gaining more and more subscribers. We love seeing that number on the bottom under our name tick up. Otherwise, I'll see you next Friday. Thank you very much.